H&R Block has done it again. You know this name, it's a big brand, and if you are looking to file your 2020 tax return with H&R Block, stick around. We have a complete review and walkthrough to see if H&R Block online tax software is right for you. Hey guys, it's Justine with the College Investor Investing and Personal Finance for Millennials. Now, we cover the gamut when it comes to tax software, and of course, you're going to be considering H&R Block. If you've been around the block, then you know this is a big brand that you want to pay attention to. And the first question is it really free? Can you file your taxes for free using H&R Block? Okay, so you can file your federal and state tax returns if you are filing as a W-2 income earner, you have unemployment income, Social Security income if you have student loan interest that you would like to deduct, as well as people with child care expenses. Any of those options, if you have any of those options, then you have the potential to qualify to file for your federal and state taxes for free using H&R Block. The free tier also includes the option for users to file for their stimulus credit. If you didn't receive a stimulus check, then you're able to file for that credit inside of H&R Block. One thing to note, if you contribute to a health savings account, you won't be able to use the free tier and you'll have to level up to the deluxe tier. So what's new in 2021? H&R Block is coming up with a Have a Pro Do It program. So basically you can upload a virtual shoebox of all of your tax documents, and then a CPA will go ahead and file those taxes for you. It's a great way to go contactless in 2021 and get your taxes filed by a professional. There's also instructions on how to file cryptocurrency trades. And then again, what's new is the ability to file for that stimulus tax credit. So let's go over the pricing plans and I'll show you the differences between their options. Okay, so H&R Block has their standard 4 pricing packages. The free version, which I mentioned for W-2 income earners, and then there were a few other situations where you could file for free. The student loan interest being probably one of the biggest features you want to pay attention to, because a lot of the other big tax software companies such as TurboTax does not include student loan interest in their free version. So you want to pay attention to that. If that's you, H&R Block would be a really exceptional place to go for filing for free. Now, the deluxe edition is usually around $30. If you lock in your pricing in December or January, you are going to see those prices lower, including the premium online and the self-employed online options. Also, one thing to note, if you are coming from the college investor community, you can get 25% off your filing with H&R Block. So if you sign up for one of these other options, just know that you can get a discount using our link. So for HSA contributions, you'll want to go with the deluxe options. If you have any outside investing, the premium online option is going to be your best bet. And that's $40 currently. $50 is the original price. And then you're going to have to pay an additional $37 per state filing. Self-employed is going to be the most expensive option. It's regularly $85, but right now you can lock in your rate at $68 plus the $37 per state filed. Okay, so now that you have a good idea of what pricing package you best fall under, let's go ahead and do a walkthrough inside of H&R Block's tax software, and I'll show you how it works.
So with H&R Block, you're going to go ahead and create an account and fill out your email address and phone number and a username. Okay, looks like from last year they updated the look and feel of their dashboard. So let's see exactly what I need to do. Get started on your taxes. The big green button. All right, so it looks like they are giving you a couple of different options here. The do-it-yourself is at $0. Looks like if you want online assist, it's at $40. And then if you do the drop-off office at a safe distance. Okay, so that's new for this year. Let's go ahead and do the do-it-yourself, which is just that W-2, if you have that earned income tax credit, the child tax credit, or if you have student loan interest that you want to deduct. Also, remember that the college investor community gets a 25% discount. So if you're filing early, you can take advantage of that. And let's go ahead and file for free. So this is what the dashboard looks like inside, and it looks like they're going to provide some information about the pandemic and how those stimulus credits work and affect your 2020 taxes. So it looks like there's going to be some little pop-up descriptions for various things, and this is something that they implemented last year. So just to know that they are putting this top of mind for people, because I think that's going to be a question everybody has, is really nice to see, and it looks pretty easy to review. All right, so I'll go ahead and keep going through the prompts. Okay, so once you get inside of the dashboard, if you are brand new to H&R Block, then you are going to input all of your personal information. And then what I like about how the dashboard is set up is that you're going to start with federal, and you are going to put in your income, deductions, credits, taxes, and wrap up. And then all of that information that's applicable to your state filing is going to transfer over to that. You're going to see a lot of different softwares break it up in this way, but I like how H&R Block uses these icons. And then you're also going to see kind of an update of your federal potential refund as you go. And then next, you're going to go into the income section. And I really like how just simple the user experience is. There's really not a whole lot of text going on, so you can easily just know exactly what you're doing, which is important when you are doing your own taxes. And here's where you can add in your W-2. So you can import this and you can enter it manually. And this isn't interesting. It looks like your employer isn't a partner just yet, so we couldn't import your info. Obviously, the information that I'm putting in is fake for the sake of this tutorial, but it looks like if your company isn't partnered with H&R Block, you may have to enter this information manually. And then you're going to start filling out exactly what you see on your W-2. And you're going to want to pay attention to making sure you're inputting the numbers correctly. Even just mistyping some of that information can really change things with your refund. So let's go ahead and enter in these boxes. Okay, so once you've entered in everything, it looks like they are going to prompt me with a refund reveal. And if you have a potential refund, you're going to see how that's been updated. Cool. So then click next. And then they're just going to verify all of your information was input correctly. If ever you have a question, it looks like they have these little pop-up boxes that you can click on and then use this little help box to clarify anything that might be confusing, and then using this little search tool to search for specific things. Now, if you did have any cryptocurrency or you were a crypto trader, you wouldn't be eligible for the free edition. So, this would be something where they're just verifying that you didn't have any of those outside activities going on. You'd have to upgrade to their next tier. Okay, so here's the other deductions that you could take a look at. That student loan interest is probably something a lot of you might have as a form. So make sure you have that 1098E form before you get started here. And then any of these other tax situations or deductions that you could also add in. So let's say that we had student loan interest that we want to deduct. Okay, so you can see how that would change your refund if you paid student loan interest in the past year, that it could increase your refund amount. Okay, then we're going to get a prompt here that says the standard deduction is right for us instead of an itemized, and I think most people are going to fall within that standard deduction category. And then we'll just keep going through the prompts here. And then we're going to move into the credits section. So this really hasn't taken me that long, especially if you are a simple W-2 earner and you may have one or two deductions that you want to take advantage of. H&R Block is pretty simple to navigate. Okay, this is a section you'll probably want to pay attention to and look at all of your different credits that you could be eligible for. So they have these little drop down arrows and you can see exactly what types of credits are available to you, especially if you have kids. You're going to want to pay special attention to the child independent care expenses, the child tax credit, and then if you are a lower income worker, the earned income credit is a good form for you to visit. Okay, then you're going to go into the tax section. Common taxes, penalties, and payments you might have. So if any of these things have happened to you or that you completed throughout 2020, you're going to want to check that box. But we'll go ahead and click next. Okay, here's a good prompt from H&R Block that is going to ask you if you've received any of these other forms, and sometimes these forms are delivered throughout the month of January, so you want to pay special attention to that, and especially if you are receiving a lot of your tax forms via email, e-delivery, then you are going to want to go into each of your accounts, especially if you have investments or interest that you've earned from a bank, which would be this 1099 INT. You are going to add those forms in there, and depending on what you have, could bump you out of the free version. So they're going to give you a quick summary of your 2020 federal taxes, including all of those different adjustments, deductions, and then your potential refund at the end. And notice how this changed when I updated that rebate recovery credit. You're also going to see that over here in the left-hand menu bar, and a decrease of $1,200 because I received that tax credit. So let's go ahead and click next. And then here we go. They're going to try to upgrade us here to H&R Block Plus if you want to keep your information with them for 6 years, free access to your return, automatic import of your tax data next year. Let's go ahead and click no. Okay. All right, so if you are filling out your tax return early, you're going to run into an issue where your state isn't ready to accept your return just yet. But I like that they are going to they'll email you when your state return is available. So that's nice. You can click next. And then once you're ready, you can go through and start preparing your state return. Okay, so that's a quick rundown of what the online tax software edition of H&R Block looks like. Real simple and easy to use. The interface is just very simplified, which I really like. And the helpful help box has been really nice if you had any questions on any of your forms. And that's how you file your 2020 taxes with H&R Block.
H&R Block is good for those who qualify for the free filing option, and if you are a gig worker or investor, you'll probably find some value going with the premium package. Now, if you fall within the deluxe tier, such as you're a W-2 earner, you have student loan interest deductions, but you also make contributions to a health savings account, you might want to consider something else just because there are cheaper options. You might want to take a look at TaxSlayer Classic or Free Tax USA for a better bargain, but you're still going to have a really great tax software experience. Now, if you're a landlord or you have depreciating assets, then you might want to consider TurboTax over H&R Block. TurboTax just had better options when it came to depreciation calculators and being able to walk landlords through that very complicated process. Now, if you're considering all of your options when it comes to filing your 2020 taxes online, be sure to check out all of our complete tax software reviews at thecollegeinvestor.com.